What's up guys, it's James here from JamesyPhotography again, and this is going to be the second video for the channel. The first video showed some post-processing in Lightroom from a shot at the side of the pier during the day, kind of near enough at night. However, this time we're underneath the pier and I'm going to show you how to turn the first image into the final result. So let's get into it. So now that we're in Lightroom, this is the photo today that we're going to start with. It was underneath the Porting Cross Pier, round about the afternoon time, and this is a 30-second exposure, so that's how the water looks so like dreamy and soft. It was actually splashing up past me at this point, but because it was over 30 seconds, it didn't reach the camera of course, but because it was over 30 seconds, over a long period of time, it smooths everything out. But I'll cover that on another video and show people who don't know what long exposure photography is. I'll be able to cover that and show you. So basic settings, this was ISO 100, this was 18mm with the kit lens, f16 because I wanted to get a lot in focus, and this was, as I said, a 30 second exposure. So first things first is, the very first thing I like to do, which I didn't really do in the last photo because it didn't need done, was I like to straighten the horizon. I think any photo gets ruined if it's not straight and it's sitting round to the side like that or like that. So if we can just straighten the horizon straight away, it's pretty easy to do so. Maybe about there, yeah, round about there. Then we're going to do our white balance, just going to work way down these sliders at the side. So we're going to kind of warm up the day, but not too much. Shouldn't need to adjust these that much. Don't want to overdo it. Well, that kind of looks like a kind of sunset or sunrise, but yeah. So warm up a little, not too much. It was pretty cold setting it was on at the start. Exposure, don't really need to touch that. We can add a little. Yeah, we can add a little. A bit of contrast, because we like to add a little bit of shadows and stuff. Don't like everything to seem kind of flat. And then the highlights and shadows will do the same as the last video, and we'll bring the shadows all the way up, near enough if we don't want to bring it too much, but we want to raise them quite a lot. So plus 67 will do there, and we'll drop down the highlights, just so that it darkens the whites a little more. Whites and blacks, what to do is hold in Alt when you adjust these, and you'll be able to see how much you're actually putting into the photo. You don't want to add too much, just a little like that. And the blacks, when you bring that down, will do the exact same. You do like to add a little bit of darks into your photo, just to give it that extra boost. So there should be about fine. Clarity, we want to raise that, just to give everything a bit of an edge. Around there looks about fine. Vibrance, I'll boost the colours a little. So we don't bring it right up, it will just look absolutely disgusting. It actually doesn't need much, if anything, to be honest. I think maybe dropping it a little will fix it in this one. Saturation, I'd leave that alone. And as we go down, shouldn't need to touch the tone curve. Detail, as I said before, I just like to sharpen it a little, but not too much, just so it brings out the kind of edges and stones and stuff. Down more. What we can do now is add a vignette for this. Just drop it to your preference really, in any of your photos. But there's about fine for me. And excuse me, we're going to add a graduated filter into this. Now what this does is it acts as if you've got a filter on the lens, and it'll either lighten the top, darken the bottom, sides and stuff like that. So we'll drop the exposure down for this one. Clarity fully up, shadows fully up. Add a little bit of a temp to it, so you can see there. And that's what that does. Drag it down to where you like it. You can always grab this center point and move it back to where you like it. You'll get these fringing points. Click done when you're ready. You'll get these fringing points here. These can be easily fixed in Photoshop once you get it here. I'll show you that in a separate video. But I mean, you don't really need to touch them sometimes. But yeah, sometimes you do really want to get the photo to perfection before you release it. So once you've done that, you're pretty much nearly all the way there. I don't really like how this is dark, really dark inside these rocks. So what we'll do is I'll see if that was the shadows, and I'll bring it up a little more. That's a bit better. And I'll see if I can fix the tint just that little more. That looks pretty good there. And yeah, so that again was only 5 minutes or less, and you've went straight from that photo to that. So it's like 2 completely different photos. I'll be doing another video in a couple of days' time. I'll try and do 2 a week because I like to push out as much tutorials as I can for you guys. So expect the next one in a couple of days, and I hope I can help you out. If you've liked it, like the video. If you did, leave a comment if there's anything specifically that you want to see me cover, and I'll try my best to do so. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.